the youngsters around in the world that if you can work hard, you can achieve anything.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here at the Shortwood Practising Primary and Junior High School, located right here in Kingston, Jamaica. This is the day when Aisha Kamusa Menelik, the former president of the UNIA, comes to this beautiful school to meet Shaun Brown, who's a child prodigy. Shaun Brown is the writer of a book. The name of the book is The Candle and the Bear. And of course, Aisha Kamusa Menelik came down to this school this morning, and he will be presenting to Shaun Brown the philosophy and the opinion of Marcus Garvey. Now, why was Shaun Brown presented with this book? Because Shaun Brown in his early years told his father that there are two people of all the national heroes that he really recognized and wants to emulate is that of the Right Honorable Marcus Garvey and of course Paul Bogle. Shaun Brown is a beautiful kid, very sharp, very attentive, a thinker, and that is what we want for all of our children. All of young Jamaica should take a page out of Shaun Brown's book, because this is indeed greatness. Aisha Kamusa Menelik, how you feel this morning going to meet Shaun Brown, the 10-year-old prodigy?
I'm very elated. I am motivated at age 65 by this young child, because he is an avid reader, just like Marcus Mosiah Garvey. And when I heard about Shaun, a 10-year-old, publishing a book, I decided this child must be a great child, and we have to now do what we can to confirm and reaffirm and reassure that this child gets the best. And what is the best? A copy of the philosophy and opinions of Marcus Mosiah Garvey. This book that have motivated millions of people worldwide, have motivated presidents, have motivated prime ministers, have motivated so many people throughout the world, that at age 10 I thought, if Shaun Brown gets a copy of this book and read it, by the time he is 14 as Marcus Garvey, he will launch an organization to rival Marcus Mosiah Garvey. And this is what have inspired me to bring this book today to Shaun Brown, to keep him on the right path. As Marcus Garvey said, reading, never stop reading. Anything that you can lay your hands on, read it, because that is where knowledge is hidden. Read and never stop reading.
Okay, to present Shaun with the book and to present the school is the former president of UNA movement, Aisha Kamusa Menelik. Alright, and he's going to be doing the presentation now.
Thank you very much. A pleasant morning to all students and teachers, parents, and especially to Shaun Brown. Now, it is very interesting that I read the Gleaner and saw that article done by Jody and Gilpin of the Daily Gleaner. And when I read that story and heard that Shaun is an avid reader, everything he gets he wants to read, this reminded me of Marcus Mosiah Garvey, our first national hero. Mr. Garvey was an incessant reader. He read everything he could get his hands on. And by age 14, he was already into publishing. And when I see that at 10 years old, Shaun has now prepared himself to publish his first book, the parallel was made. And I said I would definitely have to meet, encourage, and ensure that he continues in the path that he has chosen. as they say the old maxim, reading maketh the man and the woman. I have to be very gender correct in this time. So Shaun, it's a great pleasure meeting you, reading about you in the Gleaner, and as such, we are here from the UNIA to present you with a copy of Marcus Garvey's book, The Philosophy and Opinions of Marcus Garvey, our first national hero. And Mr. Garvey, as I said earlier, was someone who loved to read just like yourself. Every book he got, he would read. And by the time he was 14, he had read every book in his uncle's library. So I must encourage you to continue in your path. And today is a very special day that you are now being bestowed with a book, The Philosophy and Opinions. And this is what made Marcus Garvey become our first national hero. He will outline to you things that he did. And he started off just like you, by reading a lot. So, without further ado, you are presented with the book. And I must also congratulate your parents, because your parents have played a very important role in encouraging you to continue. You're most welcome. And a word from your principal, because I know your school also helped to shape you and mold you into the great student that you are today.
Thank you very much. We're going to be inviting our librarian, Ms. Perkins, to receive the book on behalf of the school. Is Ms. Perkins here? If Ms. Perkins is on here, let me invite his class teacher. This is Bloomfield to receive the book on behalf of the school.
A pleasant greetings, and I know as a teacher you have done a lot of work in encouraging Shaun in his great ways of reading. Now, this book, The Philosophy and Opinions of Marcus Garvey, is one of the foundation books that created this great man, Marcus Messiah Garvey. And Mr. Garvey was voted in the top 50 philosophers of all time. So you read about Plato, Socrates, Diodorus, Siculus, all Greeks. But no one knows the great work of Marcus Messiah Garvey, voted in the year 2000 in the top 50 philosophers of all time. So it's with great pleasure that I present to you, on behalf of the school, a copy of The Philosophy and Opinions of Marcus Garvey. And I know if all read this book, you shall be as great as Mr. Garvey.
Yes, sir.
So you're most welcome.
You're welcome. Thanks very much, and I'm sure that all our children will go to the library and read.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
This button that I have on my chest is very important to me. It has never left my chest since it was given to me 2 years ago by Aisha Musa Menelik. I want to give it to Shaun, because I think, hold on for me, I think he will wear it well. Right to little Garvey out. Right to little Garvey out.
A very, very prestige button from one of our guests.
Congratulations, Shaun, you make me proud. I am 59 years old in July, and I can never remember when I cannot read or write. The Honorable Marcus Garvey says, anything that you see as newspapers, carelessly placed on the ground, you should pick it up and read it, because it is very, very important. reading is windows to the world. Reading, you can time travel. Reading, you can go anywhere you want. You can go to Africa, you can go to the United States, you can go to anywhere by just reading about it and then use the figment of your imagination. So today, I'm honored to be here when history is being created and to know that the future of this country is secure because we have young students like all of you are, and then of course the man of the hour, Mr. Shaun Brown. Thank you very, very, very much. I love you, Shaun.
Well said, well said. I'll give him a round of applause for all that recognition that is given to our school and to Shaun Brown. Right, I'm sure Shaun might want to just say something of thanks for all his praise and recognition that he's been received.
I would like to thank them for coming here and giving me this special Marcus Garvey badge. I'd like to thank you all, UNIA and my parents for supporting me always. Thank you very much, I really appreciate it.
As I said, it is truly a milestone, and we're happy to be a part of this. We're happy to have Shaun Brown as one of our students, and we wish for him greatness. Right now, he's been likened to none other than Marcus Garvey. So I wanted to give Shaun another round of applause for I also want to encourage you, all the students of Shortwood, you have seen that and you have heard how reading is important. And so I want to encourage all of us to read and read and read. Okay? We have come to the end of this session, so we want to go back to our classes, and again we want to thank the former president for being here with us this morning to give recognition to the work of Shaun and our school.
I have to say to youngsters that want to be an author and one day do their own book.
Well, I want to say to all the youngsters around in the world that if you can work hard, you can achieve anything.
If you can work hard, man, I got goosebumps running all over, man. I'm getting so emotional. Shaun, you don't know what you're doing to me. I'm 59 years old in July, ladies and gentlemen, and right now I got tears in my eyes. I've never seen anything like this because Jamaican young youths, especially if you're poor, you're not able to do things with your life because there's no money. And to see two parents, young parents staying together, standing the course, and making sure that little Shaun have, even if they don't have. You know what I mean? It really, really impresses me, and I know it will impress the world. Shaun, you're a gem, and I congratulate you, and you inspire me now to even do more at 59, so that others can really emulate my life, you know? You're a great human being, Shaun, and congratulations. What's the name of your book?
The Candle and the Bear and Other Stories.
The Candle and the Bear and Other Stories. Can you imagine? What was your thought? What made you do this book, particularly about the candle and bear?
Well, I got some homework to write some stories, and then they turned out great. And then my mother and I went to translate.
Yeah.
And voila, they loved it.
And voila, they loved it. Your chances, and voila. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Shaun Brown Jr., Shaun Brown Sr., Mrs. KENEISHA Brown, the mother of this great prodigy. This is a prodigy if you ever see one in Jamaica. Thank you very much. And of course, we have to big up Aisha Kamusa-Menelik, the former president of the UNIA, for thinking it fit to present to Shaun. But look how Shaun hung on to the philosophy and the opinion of Mr. Garvey. Because guess what? Mr. Garvey cannot remember when he... There's not a time in Mr. Garvey's life when he cannot remember how to read. You know what I mean? So Shaun can do it at age 10, starting off goodly at age 5, then you can do it. You can become a Shaun Brown. Take care, Shaun. Have a wonderful day. Go back to school now. Thank you. And we want to thank the vice principal. I didn't get his name. What's his name? Mr. McCoy. Mr. McCoy, I want to thank you very much. And Mrs. Alison Bloomfield for accommodating us. I know it's very busy. It's during school hours. We're not supposed to be even doing this, but they did it for us. And so the rest of the world can see that